Every family has a culture, but the thing is that most of us have not defined what this culture is. Your home has a culture. Your home is already running on a culture. Have you been able to define the culture of your home? The culture of your home, is it helping to shape your children? Or is the world, the culture out there shaping your children? That is the question we need to ask ourselves today as parents. Is the world shaping your children? Is every other person out there shaping your children? Is pop culture shaping your children? The music your children listen to, is it shaping your children? The conversations your children hear out there, is it shaping your children? Or are you intentionally building a culture in your home that can shape, that can guide, and that can direct your children? As parents, we must position ourselves to intentionally shape who our children become. You don't have to leave it to chance, because the truth is that when you leave it to chance, as it is said, it will chance you. When you leave it to chance, the world will do it for you. And it's possible that the other person that will do it for you is someone that is less experienced than you are. So what can we begin to do to intentionally shape the cultures in our home, to shape the culture of our children, so that our children internalize this culture, so that the world, what is happening around, does not influence them negatively? Rather, they are the ones, our children will go out there and influence the world positively with the culture we as parents have been able to imbibe in them at home, with the culture we have been able to build, we've been able to teach them at home. So what are the things we can begin to do as parents? Number one, you have to craft a family mission statement. So as a family, you need to set a direction of where you are going to. You need to set like a compass. Where are you going to as a family? Where is this family headed to? So when you sit down with your children, ask yourself, where is this family headed to? Gather as a family. Have conversation with your children and ask yourself, who are we in this family? What do we believe in this family? Where are we headed to in this family? That's all about creating a mission. What legacy do you want to leave behind in your family or for your family? You could say, for example, in this family, we're a people of integrity, or a people of kindness, love, whatever it is, whatever values matters to you, whatever values you would like to pass on to your children that will help to shape and guide your children, you have to intentionally craft that value. You have to intentionally craft your mission statement, because even the Bible says, write down the vision, let it be clear, so that he that sees that vision will be able to run with it. So that when your children see that vision, they will be able to run with it. So that when you see that vision, you will be able to run with it, because your vision statement, it becomes a guidance. It becomes like a direction for all the decisions you make as a parent, for all the choices you make as a parent. So you must intentionally craft your mission statement. You must intentionally set a direction for your family by gathering together and understanding. Every member of the family should be able to understand where this family is headed to. Then the second thing we can do, to help us to build this culture in our children, for our children to internalize this culture, for us to move from the point of chaos to clarity, because most of us are running our homes chaotic. The second thing we can do is to create core values our children can recite. So these values doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be plenty. It could be 3, it could be 5. The most important thing is to create these values that your children can recite. Not just being able to recite, they must be able to internalize those values. They must be able to understand what these values mean. They must be able to relate these values to situations out there. When they meet situations out there, they must be able to relate these values to situations they are going to encounter. So we must be able to create core values, because our core value is the foundation of our family culture. Your value, your core value as a family is the foundation of your family culture. So you must intentionally create this value so that it is simple for your children. It is memorable for them. They can recite it. They understand it. They can even chant it. Over time, they now internalize it. After you must have taught them occasionally, they internalize this value so that when they go out there and they meet any situation they need to apply these values on, they are able to apply these values. So that is one thing we need to do as parents. So create core values that your children can recite, can internalize, can chant, and even understand the meaning and understand how to apply it in day-to-day experiences. Then the second thing we can do as parents, to move from chaos to clarity, to set cultures that can intentionally guide our children, is to set spiritual, emotional, and behavioral boundaries. So as a family, as a parent, we have to set boundaries. Boundaries helps to guide us. Boundaries is not about control, but do you know that boundary will help to create clarity on your journey? Boundary will help to create safety for your children. So what boundaries do you have in place? You must intentionally set spiritual boundaries, emotional boundaries, and behavioral boundaries in your home. For example, your spiritual boundaries could be, okay, you have a praying time. You have a praying time and nobody crosses this time. We have a praying time, a specific praying time. You can have a gratitude time where you express gratitude in your home. Your emotional boundaries could be, in this home we speak respectfully. In this home we don't use swear words. In this home we don't use inappropriate words. That is a form of boundary. Everybody gets it. Everybody is on the same page. You could have behavioral boundary. You could say we have screen time. We don't do screen time when we eat. We don't do screen time when we don't have any gadgets when we're eating, when we're having our meal. We have conversation. We must be able to set these boundaries, because these boundaries helps to guide us. It gives clarity and it makes our children to feel safe. Boundaries does not restrict us, but boundaries help to protect and direct us. It helps to protect and direct your children. Then the other thing we can do to move from chaos to clarity, to build this culture in our homes and in our children, is build daily rituals for your family. This daily rituals helps to unite your family. This daily rituals helps to bring unity in your home. So begin to create those daily rituals. It could be a small ritual. The most important thing, you're consistent with that ritual and you're intentional with that ritual, because this ritual create a sense of belonging for your family and for your children. For example, you could say your children have morning affirmations before they go to school. You say the affirmations with them. You could have family meetings where you discuss every week or once in a month and address issues and challenges in the home. Another ritual could be you express gratitude while you're eating. It is important we create these rituals. Whatever it is for you, whatever it is you want to imbibe in your children, you can create it as a ritual, because these family rituals, they turn these random moments, these everyday moments, into sacred memories, and these memories help to strengthen the identity of our family. When you create rituals help to strengthen the identity of your home and of your family. So the other thing we can do to build culture in our children, to move from chaos to clarity, is to raise culture carriers. Are your children culture carriers, or are your children copycats? Are we culture carriers, or are we copycats? Do we move into a space and shape the culture? Do we move into a space and lead that place with our own culture? Do we lead people with our own culture, or do we allow every other person to lead us with our culture? So we must be able to raise our children and raise ourselves to be culture carriers, not copycats. The world is loud, but the truth is that when our children know their values, they don't get to follow the crowd. When they know the culture, when they know the home they are coming from, they don't get to follow the crowd. So you ask yourself, what is the culture of my home? What are the things that are helping to build my child? Can my children go out there and impact the world positively? We have to build children or raise children that are culture carriers. They'll be able to carry the culture you're building in them at home and go out there and impact the world positively. Because when our children understand their culture, when they know who they are, every other person cannot influence them. The world cannot influence them. Rather, when they go out there, they carry the culture we have been able to imbibe and build in them and go out there to impact the world. So as a parent, you must intentionally raise your child to be a culture carrier, not a copycat, not a child that copies everything that is trending. Anything that is trending, your child is copying it. What if we as parents, what if we, our children, begin to create the culture, set the standard for the culture of wherever we live, for our society and for our world? So we should intentionally raise ourselves and our children to be culture carriers and not culture copycats. So that is what we have to do as parents. So we must understand that the world is loud. There is so many distractions, but we can intentionally build this culture in our homes, and we can move from the point of chaos to clarity as parents, and our home, will be a better place. We'll be able to raise our children in a safe space. Our children will be clear on who they are and where they are leading or where they are going to. So that is our task, that is our duty, and that is our responsibility as parents. I believe this video has been helpful. Please like this video, please share this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parent Academy. And my name is Chioma Odikulu. Thank you very much for your time. To have a great day until I come your way next time. Bye.